Hello, my name is Frederik Steinmetz for BlenderDiplom.com, and in this tutorial I'd like to show you how to make a typewriter effect using the animation node add-on. Now, typewriter effects are fairly simple in most programs, but since Blender is not really a motion graphic or 2D program, you can of course use it for that, but it's not the primary purpose. It's been not that easy animating text effects, but now it is. You can see if I advance one frame, I'm pressing the left arrow. You can also scrub through the timeline. You can see the word gets typed. And this is actually a pretty simple effect if you're using the animation nodes. So in order to start from scratch, which is something I like to do, I'm going to load a new Blender file. I'm going to go to the add-ons and activate the animation nodes. By the way, if you want the animation nodes to be active all the time, it's not something that I'd recommend because they cause the scene to update. But if you know that you're going to be working with them a lot, you can just say save user settings, and then depending on the file you load, they are enabled or not. So I'm just going to close this for now and press Ctrl left arrow, which brings me to this screen. You can also choose compositing from the workspace drop-down up here. To animate a text object, we first need one. So I'm going to delete the cube, press X, and then I'm going to go down to the text here, and now it's a plain text. You can edit the text in edit mode by pressing Tab, but that doesn't matter at all because the entire text is going to come from our animation nodes. I'm going to click on this little icon here, which are the animation nodes, and you have to press New, which gives you an empty node tree. And in order to make any text, we probably start from right to left. The object output, which is basically the most important thing. It just is a container that needs to be a text object, and it will be completely replaced by this node. So let's add some text. We can just, and if I hit enter, you can see the text object gets as text. But right now, of course, this is not animated. What we need to do is trim the text, and you can see under text you get a trim node, and if I press Ctrl C with my mouse over this field and my mouse over this field, press Ctrl V, it'll copy the content. If I connect this, of course, there isn't a difference except the end of the text gets cropped. And this is what the trim text obviously does. I can now animate this, but I don't want to use keyframes. What I use is simply the time input, meaning the frame we're on, which is indicated by the little number, or you can also see it here in the timeline. I press Shift A and go to animation. I get the time info, and the very top one is frame. So I can simply plug that in here, and by advancing one frame, you can see I get the typewriter effect. Now, for example, if you want to make it every other frame, we can use a math node and multiply that by 2, but that would get us 2 characters per frame, so I'll simply set this to divide, and that will get us 1 character every other frame. And of course, you can see where this is going. So there you have it. We have 5 nodes. One of them was created for us automatically, and we have the typewriter effect in Blender.